Hey guys, what's up? Back in the hobby shop, part 3 e-bike build. I got a lot to show you, had a lot of progress, and it's coming along a little quicker than I thought. So let's get right to it and I'll show you what I got done. To start out with, we got a 5,000 watt 5-turn hub motor. This motor came loose, I had to lace it up. Went real well, no problem lacing it up. We got Shinko 250 by 17 inch tires, front and rear. We got the MT5 Magura quad piston calipers mounted up, 203 millimeter disc, just to show you. I mean, there's like no, you could fit a couple widths of paper in between the caliper and the motor, but it fits. We got our wires all tidied up back here. I want to allow a little more slack in this one here, but for now we got them there. Originally this kickstand, this is the original kickstand mount here. When it bolted, the front of the kickstand was down here, and it was like really low. It just didn't look good. I'll show you what I did. I actually mounted, I got a bracket right in there that straddles the frame. You see a couple bolts there, but look how clean that looks now, nice and tucked up tight. I'll probably end up taking the bracket and cutting it off. I just got this done yesterday, but for now that's that. I had to extend the kickstand down. I had another portion. I actually found this piece of pipe, it's just a piece of aluminum with a foot on it. I actually painted up flat black to match the rest of it. It actually looks pretty good, I thought. Enough with the kickstand. Notice it's a little, I've lowered the seat since the last video. Once I got the rims and tires on there, I realized it kind of sat a little high. You can't really adjust the suspension down. You got a little bit you could adjust in a triple clamp. The back is not adjustable as far as ride height. You'd have to make a totally new bracket. So I figured, you know what, being this really isn't going to be a pedal bike, I want the seat to sit lower. The seat posts originally sat up here. I basically mounted the top holes of the bracket in the lower holes of the frame, and then just drilled 2 new holes for the lower bolts. And then I just put a couple small bolts to fill those holes in. But now it blends in much better. It looks more like a motocross bike, and it's not jacked way up like you see a lot of the other bikes. I had to go back and repaint the bracket, obviously to match, but it still looks good. I like it. A little air gap in here, no big deal. We went ahead and painted all my aluminum brackets I did for the seat. Just painted them black just to blend them in. Normally I like to show that stuff off, but in this case I just thought it looked a little better to blend them in. Getting around here, we got our Freewheel. It's a 22 tooth sprocket. It's the largest one I could find in stock, and I believe that's a 32 on the front. So we got a 32, 22. Chain's just a cheap chain, you know, what's good, what's not. I just kind of liked it because it alternated colors, the black and the silver. So we got that on there, and you notice no chain tensioner, no derailleur. I've seen some, even with a single speed, they still use the chain tensioner, the derailleur portion, to take up the slack. I guess I got a little lucky with the length, because you don't have much movement back here, not as much as you would like with a motocross bike, because of the wiring and wires coming out on the other side and so forth. But I got lucky. It's not too bad. I can still move back a little bit if I got to tighten it up, but that worked out good. So no derailleur flapping around when you're riding over a rough area. It ought to, hopefully that'll keep down on the chatter, which I always hate that riding a mountain bike over loose ground, just that chain chattering away. I hated that. What else we got going on? We got our grips. Of course, that's just a standard grip. And we got a full width motorcycle style grip. I didn't want to go with the half waffle. I just didn't like that. With all my motorcycle background, I wanted a full on grip. Of course, we got our brakes mounted up front. They feel pretty good. There might be just a little bit of air in them. I've found over the years that just riding a motorcycle generally will get the air moving up to the caliber where it should be, gets it out of the lines, and they'll become a little firmer. But they feel pretty good, but they'll probably feel a little better with a little bit of riding. Got a key switch mounted. It's obviously not hooked up. Two things I don't have for this yet is the battery and the speed controller. That's obviously why the key switch isn't hooked up. I do have a LCD voltmeter little screen coming. It's just a little 1x2 square. I think I'm actually going to try and mount it in the frame here. It'll have a little red LED readout. I'm keeping it simple. I'm not going with a big computer up here. All you really need is to know your voltage. If I want to know my miles or my speed, I can just get a little bicycle trip computer, little battery operated thing. But that'll be something we'll do maybe down the road. Try to think what else here. Of course, the front rim came all laced up. I didn't have to do anything to that. It came laced to the rim and the hub. Same tire on the front. It's the Shinko. I think a 244s is what they list them as. 244 is the model. 17-inch. Same brakes as the rear. Magura MT5s with the 2 or 3 discs. Let's see what else we got here. We also have a I want to do a little night riding with this. At least have the capability. Bought a little light for the front. It's got little different modes. This is actually very bright. I had it outside. This actually unclips and you can recharge it. I didn't want a light that had used disposable batteries. I didn't want that deal, so you recharge it with a little USB cord. I made up a little aluminum bracket here. You know, it just holds it on. Put a little bend in it to get kind of the angle right. This wire here is for the throttle. It's just I just have it wrapped around the front here loose because I don't have the speed controller yet. So we'll route that down once we get that. That light also came with, I should have showed you earlier, also came with a rear tail light. Same thing. It's a little clip, comes out. It's rechargeable, USB cord, and it's got a bunch of different modes. So that's pretty cool. And they weigh next to nothing. Virtually adds no weight to it. I'm trying to think. I think that's about it for now. Like I say, I like the looks of it since we lowered the seat down. It feels good. I thought about lowering the bars down to match the seat. I think lowered about 2 3/4 of an inch lower than where it was. I could always lower the bars down about maybe 1 3/4 by taking my spacers out. But I actually like the bars where they're at in relation to the seat. So for now I'm going to leave them. I can always go back, take out the spacers and cut the stem and lower the bars down. But I'm going to ride it first and see how it feels. So I can't wait to ride this thing. I think it looks awesome. And like I said, when we get the battery in and speed controller, I'll probably do the speed controller next and try and get just about everything wired up, obviously, except for the battery connections. But when we get those two things, I'll do the last build video, and then we'll do a ride video. I'm gonna get a few rides in on it first before I do a ride video, get used to it, and so I can show you guys something, show you guys a decent video. But other than that, it is coming along good. I like it. I love it. I can't wait to ride this thing. I'm pretty stoked. So till then, oh wait a minute, we got an opinion. What do you think, Ricky? You like it? What do you think? Actually, we just had a thunderstorm roll through the area, so he's a little freaked out. You know how cats are with thunder. So, all right, guys, that's that. Hopefully, in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we'll do the last video, get the battery, speed controller in there, and we'll have some fun. And you guys that know me, you want to take it for a spin once I get it done, you're more than welcome to. Just give me a holler. So, until then, see ya.